let's go ahead and begin. And so we're going to start out with circles. And remember, this is like anything we do is going to involve the whole body. And yet an emphasis on spine. Yeah. And then reverse the circles. How are you, Howard?
Sweaty.
You're here. You're here now. Oh, good work. Let's reverse the leg crossing. And then from here, hands are right onto the shoulders. And you take your elbows together. Keep them together as much as you can. At some point, they'll come apart. You reach up, arms as close to the ears as possible, then out to the side, as big of circles as you can make. Elbows touch. You inhale as the arms are coming up, and you exhale as the arms are coming down. And then next time your elbows touch, reverse. This is, so you're thinking, wait, I think she just said spine, then here we are working shoulders. Like I said, how can you work your spine if your shoulders are all wound up? So, yeah. And I think also, it's very interesting when your elbows can't touch. I mean, that's real indicative of, some tight shoulders. So this might be something you start to do more regularly. Last one. Okay, and just rest the arms for a moment. Now the hands again are on your shoulders. Instead of the elbows down, they're up as high as shoulders. You're not going to move your arms around. The arms are staying put, but you're going to turn and keep your eyes looking forward. So it's kind of cool with the mirror behind me. So anyways, you're going side, side, and this is the way of warming up thoracic, the upper spine part around your heart. So you're just looking forward, some go really fast, some go slow. I think find the clip that works for you, the speed that works for you. Yeah. Be upright, be really upright. Yeah. Make sure that your neck is not tensed up, shoulders are not tense. Good. And let's say, rather than, counting it, let's just say another 10 seconds. And release. And then again, just, that really warms up your spine. This is all very good. Shrug the shoulders and make, you're going to continue breathing here, like you're going to shrug the shoulders, make fists, make your biceps bulge. You just love that. Tighten your abdominals and release. Now we're going to do that with the breath. So you're going to inhale, hold your breath, tighten everything up, squeeze your eyes tight shut. Woo, exhale, release. Last one, I just want us to be free of tension. Breathe in, holding tight, shrug your shoulders up. Everything is tight, like you're bracing for something horrible, and then you let go and you let go of all tension. Good work. And then from here, so we're going to be doing a lot of movements on our backs, but I want to start out with cat-cow, just like a before, and then later we'll go to cat-cow and see if we had any changes in cat-cow. So it's simple. Let's just think of it as sort of like round zero. So you're on your hands and knees, and you round, and you arch. And it's not to be judgmental of oneself, not to say, whoa, tight, just let's not. Let's just observe. How do you round? How do you arch? When you arch and look forward or upward, do the cow in the field. When you round, like a cat. Inhale when you look forward or upward. Exhale when you round. tuck your belly in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, tuck your belly in. And do this, let's say, just a little longer. So we can really close the eyes and sense what your spine is doing, how it feels. Okay, and then from there, we're just going to come right onto our backs. We'll do some movements. We'll come back to cat-cow for sure, and then just see what happens. So let's go ahead and let's grab hold of a block. And I like this one because it works the hip flexors. You take the block under your low back, and you become the floating bridge. So I know some, so the block is right under my sacrum. It's got to be comfortable. So I think lower is better than up high, lower on the sacrum. So like I think the far end is right by my tailbone. And then your feet should be maybe as wide as the mat. So you gap your SI joint. You want to gap it. You want to have some space. And your arms could be up overhead, your I-90 or floating bridge. If this bothers your back, then you would be bending your knees. And let's take a breath in. So this could be like the cat luxuriating, right next to the yoga mat or wherever the cat is. I know not everybody, most people like cats, not everybody does, and some are allergic, which makes it sort of hard to be around cats. And breathe. So just feeling like you can extend your body, that you can, from time to time, maybe you push your head a little more into the mat and you lift your shoulder blades up off the mat and you inch your shoulder blades up higher away from the block. That makes sense. And let's just say then another round of breath here. Luxuriating cat here will soon change position. Deep breath in, your belly expands, and then you bend the knees. If they were straight, you bend the knees, raise your pelvis, so you take the block away, and then pull knees right into chest, stretching your low back. You can rock slightly side side. And then from here, we'll do the windshield wiper because that also helps to release rotators, hip rotators. So your feet are as wide as the mat. Make sure there are no blocks in your way. So you can really move side side. And I kind of like having the arms up overhead. They can be at a T position. Actually, do the T position first. Palms are facing up. When your knees go right, your head turns left. You look at your left palm. Knees go left, head turns right. It's just like a coordination. I think this is really good for the nervous system as well. The coordination, turning. And then without moving your head anymore, just take your arms up overhead, but keep moving the legs. And again, easy is okay. Easy is okay. Sometimes you're like, oh, I just want to move, I want to challenge, but this is your foundation so that we could attain the goal of more flexible spine, fluid, elastic, what else do we say? Gumby like. All right, and then pulling knees right into chest again. And keep hugging right knee, take your left leg down, left calf muscle touching down, and lift your head, take your head to knee. Hold your foot if possible. And then let's release and do the other side. So hugging your left knee, draw it into chest, lift your head and bring your head towards me. So just core work is also important, not necessarily spinal flexibility, but core work is important. And so what I'm going to have us do is, let's have the arms up overhead. And first of all, we'll do it step by step. Your left hand comes down, 45-degree angle from your side, palm is facing down. I like it so that my left elbow actually is on the mat. You'll see why. And then I'm going to take, it's going to be your right hand, your left leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift by pushing elbow into the mat. And instead of holding, I'm going to reach. Holding, then I'm stretching, but reaching outward. And then come back. We're going to do that 3 more times. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift, and reach across. And come back. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Last one. Exhale. Press. And good. Then the other side. Now your right hand is facing, palm facing down, elbow pressing, and elbow could be on the mat so it doesn't hurt. Left arm up overhead. Left arm, right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, come up. And this first one, where you can reach, see what that's all about. I mean, hold and then release and come down. 3 more. Inhale, exhale up, and down. Exhale up, and down. Exhale up. Good. And down. Was that 2 or 3?
It's 3.
Okay. Oh, darn. You almost got 1 more in there. Okay. And then from here, bridge. So bridge is wonderful for working on spinal flexibility. What we're going to do is start out with your hands beside your pelvis and reach your pelvis up into the air. So it's bridge. Hands are pushing down, feet are pushing down. But when your pelvis comes down, your arms are going to come up like tracing out a rainbow in the sky, and then your hands are up overhead, and your back is in a pelvic tilt. You're pressing your lumbar down. And then your pelvis comes up and your hands make their way back to the original position. And see if you can tuck shoulders underneath you, really lift. And exhale down, back comes down, arms are up overhead. We're going to do that at your own pace, but now remember the breathing. Inhale, pelvis up, bridge. Exhale, descend, back is down. Keep a nice rhythm that matches your breathing. Keep going. And just keep going, but I'm thinking about the spine. Do you feel like your spine moves as one big fused bone? Or does each bone, hopefully, yes, move independently, because the spine is a series of independent joints, right? So now keep your pelvis up, clasp hands underneath you, tuck the shoulders underneath you, and lift and breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale. And then when we come out, we're going to release. And yes, we have happy baby, perfect counter pose. Holding your outside feet, elbows are to the inside knees, and you can rock side, side, rocking, side, side. Good. And breathe. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. On this next one, we have a block, and the block is at your thighs. It's going to be a twist. So to make it easier, you can let your heels drop. To make it more challenging, you're going to squeeze in the block, keep 90-degree bend at the knees, 90 at the hip. Arms are at a T position, and you're going to go side, side. Your knees go to the right, your head turns left. Inhale, center when you're looking up the ceiling, and then exhale, knees left and head goes right. So there you go, you're getting a nice spinal twist. And of course, you know, the twists are great for spinal flexibility, but also shoulders are involved. I notice that my legs tend to drop, so then I have to fix it. Some of you are able to keep your legs up the whole time without thinking about it. Great. Let's do just a few more on each side. Connect to your breathing. So your neck should be happy, your spine is starting to feel a little happier. Good work, and release. And then as a counter pose, bound angle is perfect, right? So you have the soles of the feet together, outside feet rest to the floor, to the mat. Hands are onto your belly. And you can see why it's a counter pose. Your inner thighs can release. This is like a pose of surrender. Take a breath in. And exhale. Interlace fingers, press palms up, and then take the arms up overhead. Little fingers touching the floor. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. So your lower body is receptive, gravity's pull, and your upper body is very active. Let's release, take your knees together, and we're gonna roll up to sitting. Woo. All right, and then what I'd like to do, if this does not work for everybody, is rock and roll. So we'll just see, rock and roll means going back to plow. So what I'll do is I'll add core work in between, and then those who can't go back will stay with the core. Okay. So let's go, soles of the feet are together, and then come forward. So we round back, forward, lower your head. Inner thigh stretch, but also a back stretch. And then look ahead of you. Hands help you to go back, your legs are up in the air. Either you're holding your head as you lift, engaging your core, or your arms are reaching upward, and then you lower, take a breath in, exhale, come up. Inhale, lower, exhale, come up. Some of you will work that way, and others will say, oh no, I'm going back to plow. So when you go back to plow, maybe your feet don't go all the way over. And at this point, the deeper I go, the more I want to look at my legs and not to the left or the right. Let's roll back up to sitting. And this time the legs are straightened. So you're gonna reach your arms up, a little off screen, but that's okay, I'm reaching for my legs. Lengthen out the spine and then lower your head. So from time to time, you wanna lengthen out. You think, wait, this is all legs. I thought we're doing spinal flexibility, but the legs are definitely a part of this, so it's spine. You know, it's that posterior chain of muscle that is affected. Look ahead of you, and make sure you extend and then hold in. Come up, let's go back. And as you're here, this time the core is that you're gonna go wide with your legs. You go really wide, push out through the ball of the foot and lift, either holding your head as you lift on the exhalation or arms are up. You inhale, your arms can stay in position. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Some of you you're gonna really wish you could do plow because you're gonna keep doing core, or you come over into plow, stretching your spine and breathing. Let's come out and come up, and then there's one more, right? So right knee is bending, so that's my right knee, yeah. And then you're gonna reach just for one leg. Take a breath in, and you can use your strap, or you could reach for the shin bone or the outside foot, lower your head. So again, you think, wow, this is all hamstring, and it is hamstring, but it's also the right side of your lower back stretching as you reach for the left. Yep. Bring the arms up and then twist to the right, twist, 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 and look past your shoulder and breathe. One out, and then we'll do second side. So right leg extended, left knee bent, and then reach on up, stretch, right? Breathe, and then reach again, strap or no strap, and lower your head. Reach, if you can, if you're able to reach with your hand, you're reaching the outside foot. So that it's the left arm that has to do more reaching, and left lower back stretching more. So remember that quality represented in the cat is that patience. Sometimes in these poses, patience. I, often catch myself thinking, wow, a lot of people are working on this one, and I let go of that and say, the focus is on what I can do, and patience needed to stretch a strong body. That's a good way of looking at it. Extend. And twist. So next time you catch yourself saying, I'm tight, maybe the words could be, I'm strong. So stretching is challenging. And that's okay. It's wonderful to be strong. Breathing in. Exhale. Nice twist. Really feel your spine moving. And then we're going to come out. And then from here, yep, we're coming back another time. So on this one, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left, squeeze legs into center line, lift, and reach. So it's not about holding, but more reaching. Lower, reverse the crossing, take a breath in, exhale, reach. So you're trying to get your shoulder blades up off the mat. So you might be able to come up higher than I do. Yep. And release. Reverse it if you're staying with the core work, or you've got your last plow here, Halasana, representing the ability to till the soil, to cultivate the soil, to plant seeds and seeds of love, compassion, whatever it is we can plant in this world. And come out. So, and up we go. Yay. Okay, so let's come right on to hands and knees. We'll start it out with child's pose, but you need a little blanket under your knees. Everyone looks different coming up, like, whoo, whose face is that? Okay, so you're on your hands and knees, you're in child's pose, lowering your head, taking a deep breath in. And then from the hands and knees, we're going to circle. So I feel like instead of like cat-cow position, I bring my hands forward. And when I circle, I can have a little upward facing dog. And think of it as really a circle generated by the pelvis. How's that? It's the kind of class where my hair gets really messed up. Because we're moving, we're really trying to move into your torso. And now the beauty of these circles, you can't do them wrong. It just is the way it is. It's any way is good enough. It's a very free movement. And then reverse. Yeah, really let your neck release. And then let's come back to child's pose so you can rest your wrists for a moment. And we have threading the needle. So from the hands and knees. Here's what I like to say. I like to extend the back leg, bring it forward. So let's say it's your left leg and you bring it forward. So it means hand, foot almost in alignment. Some cannot reach the foot, then they use a strap. But let's do this first. Right arm reaches up high. So you just reach up and then thread through. Right hand threads underneath the left. And the goal here is to bring your right shoulder down, right side of your head down. If that doesn't work, sometimes we rest the head on the block. And and then your left hand, some like to straighten the left arm. I like to keep my left elbow bent so I can push into the mat. And my goal is to get more and more and more my right shoulder down so I can look up at the ceiling. Good. Yep. And breathe. A lot of people ask, like, well, wait, what am I supposed to feel? Which is interesting to me, because I feel the whole right side of my back stretching. I feel a stretch between shoulder blades. I know that it's a twist, but it's like an anti-gravity twist. Like your spine is in traction right now, so you really can move without any compression. Let's release, come up. So generally, people who can't do twists can do that one, which is kind of neat. Okay, so you're going to take your right leg, the second side, so your right leg extends. And it's a little weird. Your left arm is going to reach up. So it's like, how can you twist your right inner thigh stretching? And then left arm comes through. Left arm is reaching for the right foot. You're lowering your left shoulder and really trying to lowering left side of the head, and you're looking up at the ceiling. Some of you might be outside online, you might be on your deck, your patio, and you're looking up, and you might feel a bit of a neck stretch, and breathe. This is supposed to free the meridians, that like energy lines that move up to the neck. So nice for neck, releasing neck tension. And let's come out and release. So guess what? We're coming back to cat-cow. Haven't been there in a while. What happened? Let's round. Ooh, and hopefully there's ease of spine. Now you can bend your elbows. You can play with it if you want, like I bend as I transition. Up, down. Is there a difference? Does your spine feel a little different? Yeah, me too. It feels different. It just feels like there's It's just more comfortable. I don't know, that's such an easy pose, but it feels different. Hands are spread wide, downward facing dog. And as you're here, pedal. Bend one knee, press opposite heel down. Oh, this could easily be a 3-hour class. No, don't worry, I'm not getting ideas here, but it totally could be. Okay, so you reach and your tailbone up. And then walk your hands forward. Come to plank, good. And upward facing dog. Your knees could be down or knees could be up. Toes curled under or toes extended. And the breath. And upward. And we could call it upward facing cat. You could do that all the way back, downward facing dog. Go wide with your feet. Walk your hands back. Once the back end of your mat, hands to elbows. It's the arms akimbo, right? Arms, hands to elbows. And then tuck your hands in. So you'd like create a sling and you're going to swing from left to right. Swing, 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 side, side. And it should feel like child's play. Simple. And then hands are onto the thighs and press on up and reach the arms up, extend. I'll adjust this. Yeah. Take your hands to heart center. You know, I don't know, you may or may not need this for a little while. So at some point we will, but it's fine. And then taking hold. So I think, yeah, on the online, my arms are kind of, so let's take right, all faces, the right leg over the other, in front of the other, and hold your right wrist and side bend. And let's do the other side, left leg onto the other, grab hold of your left wrist and side bend. And notice the tendencies. One is to come forward, that's my tendency. And sometimes I see people lean way back. So a really cool way would be to be against the wall. And you really know if you're coming forward or back. And everyone here in the room is doing it correctly, which is really great. And release. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's really, I don't know why people, I mean, I'm not sure why it happens. But again, I think my tendency is to go forward. And then then I'll correct myself and go, woo, that's intense. But I have no idea why some people go back and then lean in. And I think that must hurt like crazy. I don't know. But anyway, so if I see it happening, I don't always see it online because a lot of times the camera's not positioned, so all I can see is your head or something. But in here, if I see it, I will definitely, let you know. You're doing that thing. Okay, so we have leaf rolls. So it's like a leaf unfurling is I guess how I learned it as leaf rolls. So your knees soften, everything collapses. You're dropping down. Your knees are soft. Once you drop down, that little leaf all curled up. I know it's a wrong season. This is a spring image. And then straighten the legs. Soften the knees again. Let's roll on up. Roll on up. Standing. Sweep the arms up, reach upward, and then hands are down again, and leaf roll, everything kind of curling up. And that's actually the starting point is right down, because you believe that's about ready to virgin and open up, go ahead and come on up and open. Now this time you look upward, your arms go wide, and now clasp hands behind the back. Squeeze shoulders together. Bend the knees as you come down and then straighten your legs. Take your arms away from your back. Maybe you hardly move them away from your back. Maybe you go fairly deeply. And breathe. And then soften the knees and come on up. And then we'll go wide. We're going to just take a really wide stance. If you're really, just have a block, we'll show it just in case you're kind of tight, we'll have the block. So your heels turned in, toes turned out. You're gonna drop down. And you try with the block, and then you might say, oh, I don't really need the block. You bring the block by your left foot. And your left hand is on the block. The block can have all these heights, right? And your right arm comes up. You're gonna come over, bring the block by your right foot, right hand on the block, and swing your left arm up. This is actually like a warm-up. What we do. Try it the same way or without a block. Left hand in front of left foot. Reach your right arm up. Good. Good. Right hand beside your right foot over the block, and left arm sweeps up. Come out. It's a squat, so you're facing the front end of your mat, and your feet are as wide. It's a squat. So again, it's a little different for everybody. I'll show the modification. Let's do the modification. So you're in a semi-squat. It's a squat, but it's not the deepest. Left hand could be on the block or on the mat, and left arm is on the inside left knee, pushing against the knee as my right arm opens up. And then we do the other side. Knees are bent. Right hand down, left arm comes up. Some of you will repeat that, or if you can come into a deep squat, you don't need the block, okay? Left hand down on the inside left knee, right arm comes up. This is all upper thoracic. Lower, upper thoracic. Reach up, left arm up. And lower. Woo! And come on up. And then from here, hands are to heart center. And we have extended side angle. So any way you want to be on your mat where I'm not going to say left or right, one foot turns out, knee is bending. So most important is that your leading foot is facing the front end of your mat. That's good. And then top arm comes up, so side bend. And if you can, you're reaching, the lower arm reaches ankle, good, or shin bone. And breathe, lengthen your spine. Come out. And just as you're out, let's just shift the feet. Okay, so now the other foot leading the way, the other knee bending, you got it. Elbow to knee, top arm reaching. Extend. Breathe. And then some of you are reaching for your ankle, lower arm. And yeah, good. So like every cell in your body is ignited, it's like turned on, it's alive, it's scintillating. How's that? For an idea. And then release. Okay, and then we'll walk the feet together and step to the front of the mat. Excellent. So I'm going to be moving to that side of the room for a moment. And it's going to be a forward bend. And if you need blocks, have your blocks handy, okay? And be like that. And I'll guide you. I'm just going to guide them for a moment. So you're in a forward bend. And we'll just face this way. So you have your blocks might be handy. And I'm going to go back towards the screen. Good. There's all there. Alrighty. So your arms are, and there's hardly any weight on your hands. You're shifting your weight back. What is great about this, it's a stretch to your whole body, the posterior chain. Now it's your back. Your left hand reaches right ankle and twist. Left hand on the block. Right hand goes underneath the left, right hand reaching, left ankle and twist. And then hands on the blocks, bring the blocks closer in and come on up. Walk your feet closer together, step to the front end of your mat and pause. Told you, Ann, this is the day that is like, it's like a hurricane.
Nothing can be done.
It's not just me, it's like everyone in the room, like. All right, so we have dancers pose. Okay, so dancers pose, we haven't even looked at the quads, right? So we'll just see. If you want to hold on to a wall, you can always do that. You can hold on to, at home, you got your countertop, your sofa, chair, whatever it is. And then you'll grab hold of one foot, left or right, it doesn't move. And sometimes that's it. Sometimes it's just, it's called Natarajasana. It represents, it's the king, it's the dancer's pose. And it represents, for the dance of life, that cosmic dance. I think a squat is really good. I'll show you one at the wall. Do your squat anyway, and then I just, because we have a wall here, I can show you a wall squat. You can just, isn't that nice? Just lean into the wall. And you're like, woo, I like this. Okay, that's a really nice one. If your knees don't like to go really deep in the squat, you can stretch your back. Oh, one more dancer awaits us. Come on up. And we have a second side. So you're grabbing hold of your foot. And sometimes that's it. Upright is good. Or you let fly. And hands up to heart. Nice. And another squat. Oh, so yeah, might as well. So you can get the wall or drop them down. Good. And I like the counter poses there. Good. Well, we're coming up, and we're coming on to let's say you're at the back end of your mat. Eventually you'll be on your belly, but we're going to be at the back end of the mat. And you'll clasp your hands together, look up, soften the knees, lower your head, reach your arms up in the air. And then your hands are down, and you're gonna, what I call swim out. You're swimming out, and you're in plank. We did a lot of forward bending, arching, some twists, some side bends, lots of side bends actually. But it's good to be strong. So you're coming to a side plank. You can bring one knee down, modify. It doesn't matter if you go left or right. And then if you will, stack your feet and see what's possible. This is also strengthening the oblique muscles, which will support your back as well. Breathing in. You hear about when people have really weak tummy muscles, I have lots of back problems. Let's come the other way and shift. So obliques strong. And come up. Knees down, child's pose. Bring your hands back on your heels. Let's come on to the belly. And on this one, so there's a I think we have time for the cobra, maybe like even bow. So I know bow's coming up for me, so I'm gonna just have my blanket open out to protect my pelvis. So give it like a little comfort. So we start out with be easy. Let's just start out with things. And you check in. And maybe you're okay extending your arms. Notice your shoulders. Are they hiked up? Leave your shoulders be down. Good. And then lower. And grab hold of one foot. If you're really tight in your quads, you go on your side. But if you can, you'll be on your belly. And take heel towards buttock. Let's do the other side. Reach. Oh, those are cyclist legs. These are really good to do if you ride your bike a lot. You do lots of spin, Peloton, and all that. Okay, and then from here, so it might be that you're going to bend. Let's just say like a real modified bow. Your elbows are down. You're bending your knees. Maybe you're coming up. Maybe you're going to reach one leg at a time, or reaching both feet. And when you reach both feet, you kick your legs back and you lift. You can even rock. Yeah. Woo, release. Come on out. Good work. And lower your head. So there's the front, we did earlier, we did the windshield wiper movement, right, on our backs. So there's the back windshield wiper. So your knees are as wide as your mat, your knees are bent, and you go side, side. It's really nice for your back, the nice release pose. Side, 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 back, and forth. And from here, we're going to come to sitting it in Virasana. We'll just see how that all works. That release at the very end. So I suggest sitting on a block, and it's kind of funny because you can never see there's a block under me. Even when I look around in the room, it's like, it doesn't look like anyone's on a block. It's hidden. So if this doesn't work for you, use 2 blocks. Where is Vester? Use 4 blocks. Vester's doing his yoga in the pool. That's his new thing. He's doing yoga in the swimming pool. Yeah. I actually took a course, is water yoga. I actually have a little certification of water yoga. I've never used it. Used my certification.
You should teach that here.
I should, but yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility. Oh, we'd have a blast, wouldn't we? So here we are, and just I'll face you. And take a moment here to breathe. Excellent. Interlace fingers, press palms forward and reach up. So it's called the hero pose. The hero pose. So reaching the arms up. And then one arm comes down and keep both sitting bones on the block as you side bend. And the other way. Side bend. And then we'll come to kneeling. So the block can just be there, it's fine. Hands are onto your low back. It's camel, any form of camel you can do, maybe holding or clasping or raising the heels. You can do half camel, both hands reaching for heels. Breathe in. Exhale. And come to child's pose. No block. And then we'll come to lying on our backs. So make yourselves comfortable. So bolsters in the studio, they're always in that corner or in the closet to the left. Or at home, I know many of you have bolsters. Be comfortable. So completely relaxing your body, and I hope that your spine feels so relaxed that it seems to move with your breath. It responds to your breath by moving. Feeling, I know that the qualities, different qualities I mentioned before, that curiosity is an important one in self-discovery, and so is patience. Scanning your body, releasing your body of tension.
We're going to just take maybe another minute here. Just clearing the mind, and it's the greatest gift. Remember earlier I said, in the time when we release complete tension and enter this place, the meditative mind, the clear mind, that's when the body can do what it's designed to do, keep us in a state of equilibrium and healthy. So feeling your immune system able to do what it's supposed to do. And being healthy, maintaining health of body, mind, and spirit. That is very challenging at times, isn't it? And so we have this beautiful gift of yoga to help us navigate our way to clarity, to calm, to peace. Go ahead and start to move your hands and your feet. And then as you are ready, we'll go ahead and come to sitting. We'll end our session with an Om.